Good morning, YouTube friends. Guess where I am? I'm back at work today. It is 7:30 in the morning and Paige and I are doing a very early morning photo shoot to beat the summer heat. So follow along with us today as we do our outdoor photo shoot. For today's camera equipment, I have my tripod, my YouTube filming camera, and then my photography camera. And then I have my camera bag, of course, with my extra memory cards and batteries. Car is loaded up. Ready to go. We are here at our first location. It's perfect. There's no one around. All to ourselves. It is 8 o'clock. We have 2 hours until we have to both be back at work, so we're gonna put in a full day here. We came down to the lake, but it turns out the lake has been drained, so we're gonna shoot here in this little woodsy area first, and then we're gonna move to a second location. So some of the biggest challenges of shooting on location are usually climate, the temperature, but we chose to shoot very early this morning in order to avoid the heat. Also, wind is usually a big factor. We also got lucky today. There is not a breeze in sight, which is so nice. The sun, again, we're having the best morning so far. There's very limited sun, which is great for taking pictures, in my opinion, especially for clothing photography. If you have too much sun, the shadows can be very sharp and stark. It can take a very nice artsy photo, but less so when you're trying to take a product picture. So today is nice and overcast. It's not too hot. It's nice there's no crowd here. Sometimes if you shoot outdoors in a public area, you get a lot of gawkers. People normally just try to mind their own business, but sometimes you get people kind of like, oh, what are they doing? What are they up to? And of course, one of the other challenges that we face and kind of have learned to circumvent is how to change outside. So we actually have a little pop-up pod tent. If it's windy, that is not going to work out. So sometimes the models will change in the car. Also, we have the issue of just where you're storing the outfits. If you're shooting outside, you know, the outfits have to stay in the car. We can't just roll them around on a cart. I mean, I guess you could in theory, but you know, we're outside in the middle of a wooded area. I'm not gonna roll around a clothing rack. It is much more difficult to shoot outside because we have to change outfits and, you know, we're moving around a lot. So if an outdoor photo shoot does generally take a little bit longer than an indoor photo shoot where the outfits are just right on the rack, right next to the changing section, and you only have to walk 10 feet to be in front of the backdrop. Here, I'm usually having the models move around all over the place and do all kinds of things. So these photo shoots usually take a little bit longer than a typical one, but we've also learned to bring a larger vehicle and you can kind of hang the clothes in the back and keep all your accessories and styles in the trunks.
Okay, one of my favorites of shooting outside is I love that it's like natural light, get beautiful backgrounds, like these beautiful trees. I think just really bring out like the colors and the prints of all the clothes we are photographing. So I think that's really plays a unique part. The challenge would be changing outside. The tent is very small, but if there's no wind like today, it's not an issue. So that's a downside, is probably changing outside, but that's not really much of a downside. I guess another challenge would be the gravel. You know, there's rocks, dirt, whatever, hills. Makes it kind of hard to do different kind of poses, whereas in the studio, you know, I can move around and try, you know, different things, different poses. So I guess another downside would be like the different, you know, if it's not flat, it's harder to kind of get your poses going. But other than that, I love it. Love the natural light, love being outside when it's not hot. I think it was smart shooting in the morning. And the beautiful nature of York, PA.
Because the lake that I wanted to shoot next to is not here right now, we are going to move locations, and we're actually running a little bit behind schedule. We've only shot 3 outfits and I have about 5 more, and we have 45 minutes, so time crunch. So we're not having a great morning so far. This is the second location, which is apparently
Should we go get some fish?
apparently under construction. So backup plan?
We can go fishing.
I don't really have one, but we're gonna find out. Okay, great. We are at our 3rd location. The second one was a bust, so this was my backup. Still not great, but what can you do? We were already out this morning, so here we are. We're ready to get started. We are running out of time, quite frankly. And also there's like 2 creepy guys in this parking lot who are just sitting there staring now, so that's fun. Yay! We are on our final outfit and we have about 15 minutes until we're supposed to be at work, so here we go. We have finished with just a few minutes to spare. We are all done. This photo shoot was a wrap. Honestly, this one did not go as I had planned. This was the first outdoor shoot I've done in a pretty long time, like on location outdoor shoot. And Paige was great. She was fantastic, but I just feel like there were a lot of odds against us today with some road construction, and some of the locations I thought were nice turned out to be a little less nice. I hope the photos turn out, and keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. We made it back with mere minutes to spare, and now we are both going to put in a full day at work. So we started this morning at 7:30 and we'll be here until 5 o'clock. I'll be editing photos. Paige will be helping the customers and helping with some social media work. Hopefully our photo shoot was a success today.
Time.
We did make record time due to some
construction
issues and
a little bit of everything.
A little bit of a few other issues, although the weather was pretty much on our side today. So that was
wind, sun wasn't out.
That was the one win that we had. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Give us that thumbs up, and we will see you again next week.
Come visit us.
Bye.
Oh, is it playing? Huh.
And let's see. Way out here. Looks kind of weird with your feet covered by the grass. Yeah, you're good.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.